And the funny thing is that most people who were the hating comments, they think that this game is a one-on-one game. And Nick, of course I'm supposed to get crossed up. That's the whole idea, for me to beat you to the spot.
Of course I'm supposed to get crossed up.
And we are back here on the channel with our very favorite segment to start off this channel, launching the channel, which is the fake coach segment. Okay. And we're back with the infamous Coach Larry of TS2 at Basketball Academy. You may or may have not heard of him. He is a grifter. Okay. He's not really a real coach. And I just want to make this clear. I don't just call people fake coaches. I just don't throw that out there. You have to meet some very serious criteria for me to give you the fake coach title. And that is really dependent upon, is your information legitimate or not? Is your information advantageous to the players that you're teaching this stuff to? Is it really contributing to real development of players, or it's just made up stuff that you made up in your head because, you know, it looks good, but or it looks entertaining and it gets you views because of shock value and all the stuff like that. And Coach Larry definitely meets that extensive criteria.
You're teaching your kids how to get crossed up. Your kids are going to get crossed up, And the funny thing is that most people who were the hating comments, they think that this game is a one-on-one game. And Nick, of course I'm supposed to get crossed up. That's the whole idea, for me to beat you to the spot, isn't it?
Yep.
Think about it. I want you to change directions. You're supposed to cross me up. That's the whole idea.
You're supposed to get crossed up. You're supposed to get crossed. Wow. And I've been playing basketball since the age of 5. I have had over 40, 50 coaches in my basketball career from the age of 5 all the way up to 19 years old. I've had several coaches. Not all of them were great coaches, but I have never in my life heard a coach tell me that you're supposed to get crossed. I have never in my 20 plus years, I'm 32 years old. I have never in my 20 plus years of basketball have ever, I just want to check. Okay. Just want to check and see if my stuff is acting right. But I never in the 20 something years of basketball, I have never heard a coach say you're supposed to get crossed in the sake of beating somebody to the spot. And that's like an oxymoron, isn't it? That's like a whole, that's so oxymoronic. You're supposed to get crossed because you're going to beat somebody to the spot. That doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. But again, right? This is why I say he's a fake coach, but it gets better. It gets better.
Defense. I want you to change directions. All right. Because guess what? I got a help defense to my right. And he's sitting right there waiting for you. So the goal is to change directions, get you to the help defense so you can stop dribbling and now have to make a decision. Oh,
that is hold on, let me collect my thoughts. All right. I'm trying to be gracious, even though this guy's a fraud, right? And he's stealing people's money. He's wasting these parents' time. He's wasting these kids' time, because I highly doubt any of his information is really making kids really, truly, actually better, right? So let's just walk back what he said. He said that you are supposed to get crossed, right? You're supposed, oh my goodness. Wow, that was crazy. I got this AI camera. It just does what it want to do. Like if I move my hands, it's just gonna like zoom in and stuff. And sometimes, even though I got it trying to stand still. But again, let's just walk back what he said. Again, he says that you're supposed to get crossed to beat you to the spot, right? Turn your hips because you need to get crossed over to beat somebody to the spot, and don't worry about it because of help defense. This is how I know that, and this is why I say this guy's a fake coach, because this is not real basketball IQ. Anybody knows, and this is basic basketball 101, people. All right, this is not rocket science. Okay, basketball is a very simple game. What I teach my kids when it comes to floor control of when we're on defense, I always teach them what is the main thing. What's the most important thing in basketball? The ball. The ball is the most important thing on the floor. Wherever the ball is, that's where the defense moves. That's where the game moves. Whoever has the ball in their hand has the attention of the game. They control the pacing of the game. The ball is nothing is more important than the ball, right? So wherever the ball is, that's what matters. That's what dictates the flow of defense and everything. And so on his infamous video of basically turn your hips and run to the spot just to stay in front of a ball handler because, I just want him to change directions. You know, not beat him to the spot, step slide, beat him to the spot, bump him and then turn him, right? And try to create a turnover, right? Or make them pick the ball up in the backcourt. No, just let them walk up the court. Just beat them to the spot. Jump, turn your hips and jump 5 feet backwards just to beat him to an imaginary spot that no player in a real basketball situation is going to do, right? So he's saying do that. But again, simple, basic basketball 101. If you do it Coach Larry's way and turn your hips, as soon as you turn your hips and you jump 2-3 feet back because you think he's going to go somewhere, all the average to really good ball handler, all they're going to do is just go. They're going to cross back over, right? And they're going to drive downhill, right? Drive downhill, going full speed. And yes, Coach Larry is right. There's going to be help defense. You have help defense, but that's not a good thing, especially if your man is bringing the ball up and you're at the top of the key and you get beat. If the ball is coming down, and I teach my teams this all the time. I teach my teams this all the time. If the ball is coming down the floor, what do you think is going to happen? The defense is going to do what? Collapse. The defense is going to move what? Towards the ball. Because why? The ball is the most important thing. So the fact that you purposely are getting beat, dude's using Coach Larry's method. He's purposely telling kids to get beat. You're going to get beat. You're going to get your matchup going downhill. And then the defense is just going to collapse. Now your teammate's going to have to slide over. And guess what? His man is wide open. And then there's a domino effect. You lose control of the floor. You have compromised the defense because you failed as a defender, an on-ball defender. So now the whole team defense is compromised. You guys don't have floor control. Now there's moving parts. Everybody's got to move over. Help defense has got to slide over. And now somebody's wide open. And again, a halfway competent coached team a coach is going to teach them hit the open man, right? It doesn't take Hall of Fame talent to hit the open man. It really doesn't. Somebody open at that point. But that's Coach Larry, right? But that's his method, right? Because step and slide doesn't work. Yeah. Jump 2 feet back, turning your hips, giving up your full defensive base is that works a whole lot better and compromise your entire defense. But that's why I say this guy's a fake coach, man. This is not real basketball information. It's not real basketball IQ. It's just nonsense. These fake internet coaches who have no type of credentials. And I'm not saying that you need to be a Hall of Fame, NBA veteran, elite college. Like, again, if you look at Eric Spoelstra never played basketball at a high level, right? And he's a Hall of Fame coach, first ballot Hall of Fame coach, right? Some guys are just really great basketball minds, right? You don't necessarily have to play, because a lot of players aren't very good at teaching. Like I would have to say majority of former basketball players don't know how to coach. They don't know how to teach, right? Right? Those that do can't really teach, right? So just because you're really good at the game doesn't qualify you to be a great teacher as well of the game, right? So it takes all shapes and sizes and different backgrounds. But unfortunately, the internet has enabled a lot of fraudulent coaches, a lot of that who are great salesmen, they're great advertisers, right? They know how to sell stuff. They know how to be polarizing. They know how to get clicks and views. And that's all they're chasing. Just like Coach Larry. That's literally all he's chasing is clout. He's a clout chaser. That's all he is. He's a straight clout. He's a clout chaser who is chasing attention. He's not really trying to pour anything really valuable into these kids, right? And it's really sad. And also, dare I say, on borderline, is that this guy is almost borderline on the edge of child abuse. I'm not even going to lie to you. Because, I mean, I just want to show you guys, again, why this guy's a fake coach. First of all, we don't even got the volume. We don't got the volume. Hold on. I ain't logging into no TikTok. We ain't got the volume. But you see how he manhandling this kid, putting it like. But let's just. I want us to get the full.
Sit. No.
Fullness.
Sit.
What the hell? Right what is this?
Look up. Show this hand.
What the hell?
No. What are you doing?
Dog. I'm sorry.
Sit right here.
This man.
Look up.
Dog. This poor kid, bruh. This poor kid. Look at his face. Look at his. Bro, this kid is like, what is this man doing to me right now? Right? I would never imagine, bro, never in my wild. I've never, in the years that I played sports, I played baseball, I played basketball, I have played football. I've never had a coach freaking just straight up completely violate me in this form or fashion. Just like in the middle of a drill. Like, what is this? What is this?
Sit. No. Sit.
Dog, bro, he's yanking his leg. First of all, never, bro, if you're a coach, never, ever put your hands on somebody else's child. Like and the thing is, I don't even think Coach Larry is is associated with a school. You could never play school basketball. You could never be a school basketball coach or attached to any real organization for real with any kind of credibility or care for their reputation and do this as a coach. Like, I mean, this is actually insane. And this is and he keeps these videos. And what's even more shameful, he keeps these videos up. Right?
Sit right here. Look up. Show this hand. No. What are you doing?
Look at this. Putting his hands, touching faces.
Now put this leg over. Sit. Let's go. Over me. Now sit on my knee. Sit. Good. Come here. Sit. There you go. Sit.
What is this?
That was weak, dude. That was weak, bro. Sit. Go. The way you practice, the way you play.
First of all, what is this drill? What is this? I don't even understand what is this about. First of all, we're going from post entry to catching the ball at the 3-point line. I don't even understand what the heck. What is this even for? And I see a lot of like his most famous stuff is just all this stuff that's not like, it's a bunch of post work, bro. Like, you teaching a bunch of kids. I'm just saying, bro.
Run! No. Well, I said run, you went like this. Run. I'm a goddamn pit.
And then I don't I don't advocate for cursing at kids too. First of all, this kid looks scared out of his freaking mind. Like but dare I say again, I say that, bro, Coach Larry is borderline on child abuse. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. If like, go back to this first kid.
I'm about to bite you in the ass. Run! Run!
This man's insane. Let's just go back to this first kid though.
Sit right here. Look up. Shoulders.
Fam, if I see, as a parent, if I see this and you putting your hands up on my kid like this, and you put it on the internet, I'm gonna come and put my hands on you. I'm a born again Christian. I love Jesus Christ. I've read the Bible 3 times. I've read it 3 times. Nowhere in there it says, "Thou shalt not choke out a fool that manhandles my kid." I'm putting my hands on you. Like, you don't do that as a coach. There's a barrier. There's a barrier, a principle between player and coach. There's a respect. You don't break that. You don't overstep that boundary, right? You don't do that. So this dude is not a real coach. And I know in the last video I said I don't blame the parents. But at this point, if this guy, you see he's putting his hands on your kids, immediately stop giving this guy money. Immediately, you need to pull your kid from this guy's process, from his little camp academy and stuff like that, because that is not what you do as a coach. You don't put hands or manhandle kids. And there's even, it's worse. Like, you could just, his content is out there. You can go see it for yourself. It's there. It's available. I mean, all of his videos are horrible. I mean, there's even a video where he's actually wrapped his hands around a kid's neck, talking about choking. And then he's telling kids, aim for the elbow, aim your elbows at the neck, break their knee. All this. I'm like, bro, what is this? Is this basketball or is this wrestling, right? This pro wrestling? Like, what are we doing? But this is my issue with fake coaches like this. They're ruining the sport. Right, they're a cesspool, and it goes even deeper than Coach Larry. He's just a symptom of a bigger problem. Because and honestly, this channel is not going to be about just chasing fake coaches and all of the things like that. Like, this is not what this channel is going to be about. But at the end of the day, I really wanted to open up my channel starting out, which is trying to point out these people who are just wolves in sheep clothing. I can't address all of them because there's thousands of them. There's thousands of Coach Larrys on the internet, bro. Like, there's not enough time in existence for me to be able to tackle this. But real legitimate coaches, right? They're not out here advertising. They're not out here farming for views. They're not trying to go viral. Right, they're actually in the gyms. They're actually at the YMCA leagues. They're actually at they're at the actual places where real development is happening. If you're a parent or a guardian, protect your kids from these weirdos. Right, Coach Larry is a weirdo. Right, he's not a real coach. Be very attentive. Right, don't fall for the views. Don't fall for what their online profile looks like. Right, don't do that. Right, it's going to take some time, but save your money, save your time, save the trauma from your kid, because this guy, I guarantee you that he is traumatizing more kids often than not. Because especially when freaking literally physically assaulting the kid in the middle of a drill. All right, but that's just insane. And people like Coach Larry, he got to be stopped, bro. No, Larry the assaulter got to be stopped.